whenever you're ready.
Otherwise, we'll just be
All right.
talking
Well,
away.
yeah. Well, thanks for joining us, Paris.
Thank you
Just
for
very
having me.
quickly, we had a conversation with Stedman and yourself around the challenges that Arts Mildura faces geographically in terms of access and transport, etc., etc. How is Arts Mildura kind of trying to navigate those challenges and still engage young people in social connection activities?
So, like you said, one of the biggest issues is transport. And, you know, we've got Mildura, which is kind of like the little bubble where all these little communities come to, which is great in the past, but if you can't access it, whether that's financially or transport, you're not going to do it. So we're actually venturing out into those little communities. So we've done a workshop with Philly, which was songwriting, and it was so much fun. But, you know, the opportunity probably wouldn't have been extended to the smaller communities that we access, like Robinvale and Euston. If we didn't actually go to Robinvale, not a lot of them would have had access to come into Mildura. So we're venturing out of, I guess, the main kind of area to host things. It's going to Irimpool for open mic night. It's, you know, like I said, we've got this really exciting project coming up. It's kind of more of a storytelling through visual video. But let's not run it in Mildura. Let's go to those littler communities.
We need to go. Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
And there is this great effort as well by Arts Mildura to really embed First Nations practices into the work. I know getting Philly to lead the project was an important part of your proposal as well. What has that looked like in practice to have Philly be the person leading and managing his own, I suppose, portfolio?
So it's great to have Philly on board. Firstly, there's a lot of places that we can't access. We are Caucasian. We're typically not trusted by a lot of communities because of the colonialism. So having Philly there has really been a great support that we can basically support him, but he's supporting us by helping the people who we want to have access to our programs can actually get access because he's a trusted person of those communities. So having him, it's also opened up other doors. You know, other Indigenous artists are wanting to work alongside us. We have a small festival that's coming up in Mildura, and from that initial workshop with Philly, we've met all these other artists, and when the festival was being talked about, we could say, oh, we've met all these fabulous, so talented artists that are First Nations. And so in kind of getting them to facilitate aspects of the festival, it also means that the community is getting access to it because they're like, oh, we know that person, we trust them, they're trusted, they've designed a program that is going to be safe for us, which is our overall aim.
I think that's great. And just lastly, there is the governance component of what Arts Mildura is learning from this entire journey as a whole. How has that changed? I suppose you've got a new CEO in Stedman. You're also, you know, you are in this role as well. How has this entire process transformed how Arts Mildura wants to operate in the community and buy trust from certain community leaders and certain segments of the community?
I think as a whole organisation, I think Future Reset has kind of changed our mindset. What was once very kind of, yes, we're doing it for the community, but it's a certain type of the community, a certain level. It's the ones who are the repeat offenders in the arts and, oh, we should do this and all of that, which is great, but they're not speaking for the entire community. And Future Reset has allowed us to go deeper into the community. It's allowed us to access future generations that will be wanting arts in our region. So we've become a lot more community orientated, listening and being able to engage. So it's definitely changed the way we think, and we've learnt that just through the past few workshops that we've run. And then also it's changed where we access. Previously we were doing things like writers' festivals, which is still amazing, still love, and it's all great, and very, very talented team who work on that. But now we don't just have to play in that group, in that community. We can also play with other communities, like we've been able to have more trusted access with First Nations and minority groups, so it's great.
Yeah, I love it, and I'm very keen to attend more events later this year.
Oh, thank
but
you.
you drive home.
Yes.
Can I ask you one, or do you want to ask one
probably
quick question
should
about the
cut-
value of the workshop?
Yeah.
Although we should
What's-
probably cut the Writers' Festival thing, because my sister-in-law, who I work with, is actually in charge of that, and she will
Okay.
kill me.
Cut, but,
All right,
but
okay.
that's
I'll
recorded,
ask
so
about
I'll
the value
remember.
of the workshops. Okay, this is your first time coming for this workshop in
Yes.
Melbourne. You've joined online before, Status joined online before. What is the value of being in the space, listening to other projects? Certainly your exchange with MAV was interesting because you've got the same problem, only the inverse of that,
Yeah.
through the use of venues, etc. So what have you learned and gathered from the space?
I think it's great to actually be here firstly. Online is very, very different. I mean, it's great when you can't fly or drive, but you're not always able to access the stuff that's being said in the room as easy. You can't hear, or you don't feel like you can jump in because someone's not reading your comments, or you can't just unmute yourself and speak over everyone. So first, I'd just love to say that actually being in the room has been so valuable. But also listening to the workshop today, the value of it is that I've got so many more questions that I'm going to take back to my workshops, like how we engage with community. Are we making sure that we're engaging correctly? And I think just being in the room with everyone, it's kind of like, oh, I can relax because we all kind of feel like the same. We're a bit nervous, a bit everything about what we're doing, but also really, really passionate. And being just surrounded by that energy gives me more energy to go and create more programming.
Amazing.